Hello. Alright, it's just gonna be a random blog here. Vlogging. I'm blogging, guys. Alright, here we go. Here we go. What I got here is... I was just gonna choose a song to play. Yeah, that's the nature of this vlog. I'm just gonna choose a song to play. Maybe talk about it a bit. Yeah, play it a bit. Might play the whole thing. Might not. Either way, this is an old book of songs. This is like the original, right? So when I was just learning how to play, this is all the songs that I kind of started with. And on the back, I used to do this kind of art all the time in school. And then once I got out of school, I lost touch with it briefly. And then after a couple years of not doing that, like I would just do that in class to get through the class, right? Otherwise, like, I'm not gonna go into it. But yeah, so I would do this just to get through class. But then once class stopped, I had no reason to do it anymore. And then, to be honest, I lost touch with how important that was in my life. So this thing was happening where, yeah, I didn't realize how important it was. But not being in class, I didn't have a reason to do it. So then eventually, a few years later, I started, like I would play music and stuff, but I started drawing again and writing in journals, right? So, and then I realized this is a very important part of my life that needs to continue, right? And yeah, it was just part of being an adult. So anyway, there's a little story about the book of songs and self-expression, right? I'm Nathan, if you don't know. Right, that's my name. I'm Nathan. Okay, let's check out some of the songs in here. So we got Brown Eyed Girl, classic, right? Tom Petty, Free Fallin'. Like, these are the songs that you start with, and then there's a couple that it's kind of, I'm taking you through this, and like I forgot about some of these songs in this next one. Shakey Graves, Dearly Departed. Now I'm like, damn, dude, I gotta check that. I gotta fucking listen to that again. Just Like a Woman. Okay, but this. See, I'm getting excited. I'm like, fuck, I'm forgetting about these songs. But Just Like a Woman is a Bob Dylan song, I'm pretty sure. I'm very sure. I'm like 99% sure. Anyway, that Bob Dylan song, what do you call it? Was covered by Van Morrison. And there's like this fucking amazing cover / rendition of Just Like a Woman that I highly recommend listening to. It's a live version, but if you're not into live music, you don't even know. You don't even know. Ben Harper, Burn One Down. Johnny Cash, Walk the Line. Ooh, Johnny Cash again with Ring of Fire. Like, those are Everlast, What It's Like. No Woman, No Cry, Bob Marley. Lumineers, Stubborn Love. These are sweet. Oh, Karma Police, Radiohead. Of course, this is the campfire song of all time. It's a good song. Okay, it's a great song. If it wasn't played at every single campfire, it wouldn't be a fucking good song, right? But people get worn out with music, right? So, Hey Hey My, Neil Young, fucking great song. Pearl Jam, Daughter. And then there's some other ones like Jungle Book, Bare Necessities. I think I might have added that in later, once I got nephews and kids in my life. Then some other songs started getting in here. But there was one that I was in particular looking for that I haven't played in a long time that was very important in my guitar journey. Actually, oh shit, there was two. Here's another one. This one was equally important, but yeah, for these songs were like critical along my guitar journey. So one of them being Ocean by John Butler. If you haven't heard that, again, it's worth checking out, like big time. If you're into guitar, it's like a 12-minute instrumental, beautiful song. Like, it seems to like encapsulate and capture life. Maybe that's like, yeah, that's what it does. Okay, and the other song, shit, there's so many fucking songs that are important, but the other one that I was thinking about that I wanted to play today actually is a Foo Fighters song. And like, the reason I'm returning to these is because they were really important. And I've since stopped listening to them, right? Just because, like I said, freshness and new energy and is the spice of life, right? So, but after a little while with some distance and stuff, like returning to these songs, they have the same kind of like, they'll hit you just as hard, if not harder and deeper, when you're ready for it the second time around. Okay, and I might have moved, so I'm looking through the book of songs right here. Look, there's another beauty. But I'm gonna stay on the Everlong train right now, cause that's what I'm feeling like playing right now. Oh, here's another piece of art. I'll show you, and then I'm gonna find that song and play it. But maybe this is a cool little vlog, little journey into the book of songs. So this is what I used to do too, and this is kind of the connecting dots and layers that I'll show you. So for this song, this is Stand By Me, right? I would just do a little doodle on the tab, right? So like reintroducing that visual element to remind you that like playing music or like doing anything artistic, it's like a meditative process for me in a way to draw or to write, like handwrite in a journal or something. But yeah, if you get too deep into any artistic endeavor, sometimes like when you're learning something, you're learning how to do things with a technical kind of proficiency, and that could be drawing, storytelling. You could be thinking about how to construct a story, which isn't necessarily the creative element of expression, like the story itself, right? So I like to change art forms, right? And the same with music. If you get too caught up on the technical side of music, you're forgetting about it's what are you saying, what are you communicating, right? And that's when I get too deep into something, I have to remind myself what's the goal here, what am I trying to do. Anyway, so I'm gonna go find Everlong and then do a little playthrough and maybe talk about it. But I'm kind of just testing out this camera and the microphone and see what it's capable of. Peace. Alright, so there it is. I'm just gonna take you along, right? I'm not prepared for this at all. So just figuring this shit out, right? So the important part of this song, though, that I already know, it's in drop D tuning. Okay, so that's like part of the reason that it was like really important for me at the time, because you're learning everything new, right? Yeah, it has these really sweet octave chords, and the whole thing is centered around D, right, which gives it that low drony kind of feeling. It's also a fucking great song, like really great. I mean, everybody loves this song, and for a good reason. Anyway, so it's in drop D tuning, which is when you drop this low E string, okay? That's an E note right now. What I do is I go boom, and I lower it to a D note, right? And let me set this down somewhere. Hopefully you can still see and hear me. Boom. So you drop this, right, to a D, which is also this note. Okay, so that's not fully in tune. I'm gonna go get an actual tuner. But if I was doing this by ear, you can eventually so if you hear it, watch. Out of tune, starting to get into tune with this. Right, and then you got this D chord also. That low E gives it this drony kind of feel, which is really cool. Actually, that sounds pretty good to me. I'm not gonna go grab the tuner, because it's close enough, right? Like, can you hear the difference? If not, then now I need my pick, though. Maybe a sip of coffee, so let me find a pick. Alright, I was sitting on it, but I got another one too. I don't know if this is enjoyable or not, but whatever. Okay, boom, here we go. So those octave chords I was talking about, I have to remember how to play this real quick. So it's like, yeah, that's that octave chord right there. So I get this note, boom, and it, okay, so that slide, right, is really cool octave, and then you just got power chords around that. So it's like, yeah, not the best. I should have warmed up my voice a little bit. It goes, hello, I've waited here for you, Everlong. Tonight, I've thrown myself into the point is, I'm not trying to perform right now, right? I just woke up. I got a whole book of excuses that I've written out as well. I'm just joking. But yeah, the point right now is to talk about the song. And then, yeah, so with those slides, it goes. Oh yeah, and then it goes right back into this it's the central part, right? So like the whole song starts like yeah, it keeps going. It's a fucking sweet song. Anyway, this song really taught me how to like rock. So you got these power chords, right? And it just changes. You change the bass note of that power chord. So it starts with the nice drony E, or sorry, D, because we're in drop D tuning. And then you hit this, which you're changing that bass note. That's the only thing that's changing. And you're dropping it, the whole power chord, and then you're coming back to it. So that's pretty much the main song, and the main thing. And then so you got those 3 power chords. One of them being only the bass note changes, so really you got 2 power chords, and then you got these octaves. And then after that, it goes right back into the. So yeah, long story short, that song is fucking super dope. Super cool. Taught me a lot, and just wanted to share that. Practice out some vlogs. I'd like to perform that too, but it's for neither here nor there. But yeah, I need to reincorporate that song because fucking cool. Okay, later. Peace. Have a good day.